What's happening, Mr. Traveling Man? What's going on?
I am where a lot of people are speaking Spanish. It is Miami, Florida.
I was going to say Mexico City?
No, but it's interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Very much very different part of America, but it's a great little city. So,
have you seen any lizards?
I actually I haven't seen as much nature as I probably should have.
Yeah.
By now.
Yeah.
Seen
well,
the
you're in the
river.
city. You're in the city. That's good.
Yeah.
There'll be less, but well, that's cool, man. I hope you enjoy your trip. I'm glad you can do this episode with us because Dax released a track today.
Okay.
And I thought it'd be cool to do, and I'm glad we get a chance. Nasty C is featured on this track.
Okay.
By Dax, and it's called 40 Days, 40 Nights.
Of what?
We must find out. You ready?
Okay, yeah, I am.
All right, let's go check
Ready.
it.
I've been fasting, I ain't eating. They sleep on me, so fuck it, I ain't sleeping. 7 days without work makes 1 week. I ain't weak, I don't break, so I'm working through the weekends. I need to get a separate crib for my achievements and some LASIK for these people who would say they couldn't see it. Had to leave that life they got left while I got right. Searching for the meaning, 40 days and for 40 nights. Fuck a dot, call a plumber if you need some pipe. I'm strapped up with a mic, dildo in the dike. 23 flows that get you served like a fucking spike. Handling these bars like that thing on a fucking bike. These niggas saying amen like they seeing Christ. Cause I'm not human, give me space, you got no life. People watch me, I would never, I don't got the time. Searching for the meaning, 40 days and for 40 nights. Never gave a fuck about fame or being rich. If niggas disrespect my name, I ain't saying shit. I ain't pussy, I let God handle battles. And when karma 360s, I laugh and sing battle. Bitch, don't compare me to people doing it for clicks. I am not the average, I average 26. 6 boards, no assists, but still passing on you niggas. So when you playing my game, it's no wonder that you shooting bricks. Keep it pushing, please, you are not in my league. I'm independently doing numbers you cannot conceive. I approve my own budget, then disperse it to me. Then give a fraction of the profits to the rest of the team. You can deny it all you want, I'm in a league of my own. I don't flex unless I speak on how I got it alone. My motivation's providing the people substance, and you can hate it or love it, but I know that you still playing my songs as Dax. Yeah. I've been fasting, I ain't eating. They sleep on me, so fuck it, I ain't sleeping. 7 days without work makes 1 week. I ain't weak, I don't break, so I'm working through the weekends. I need to get a separate crib for my achievements and some LASIK for these people who would say they couldn't see it. Had to leave that life they got left while I got right. Searching for the meaning, 40 days and for 40 nights.
They won't sit at my table while I'm eating. Take the food on my plate while they reaching. That's why I'm cautious with the company I'm keeping. I don't wanna make friends unless you fight the same demons. I'm just a product of my pain, can you blame me? I just be talking to this cup, like, can you save me? My life a movie, everybody tryna play me, but I never take defeat because I made it out the pavement. I see snakes in the grass, goats in the studio. Nobody really knows anybody, that's just for you to know. I'm serving solo dolo, big body, cause I've been through the most. I'm focused on the grind, got no time to be with a groupie hoe. I'm curving her ass, bitch I pass, my diamonds like grass. I pay cash, me I take chance. I make plans, minding my wax, smoking my gas, yeah.
I've been fasting, I ain't eating. They sleep on me, so fuck it, I ain't sleeping. 7 days without work makes 1 week. I ain't weak, I don't break, so I'm working through the weekends. I need to get a separate crib for my achievements and some LASIK for these people who would say they couldn't see it. Had to leave that life they got left while I got right. Searching for the meaning, 40 days and for 40 nights. 40 days, 40 nights, 40 tries to get it right. People see you shine, first instincts to dim your light. People tried to crucify, destroy me in the public eye, but I ain't catching feelings cause I'm too busy catching flights. Bitch, I got different goals. I'm the plug, I'm electric when I'm hitting the hole. I'm inspired by the great, I'm young enough to know who paved the way, but old enough to see I'm paving the roads. Don't give a fuck off my dick, my material's real, not materialistic. I only listen to myself, this other music's toxic. My flow is so fucking dirty, I might have to mop shit. And you ain't fucking with my spirit unless you like cockpit. Stop it, I don't give a fuck if I'm ever considered poppin'. The road less traveled is the one that I'm walking. Self-made pay, let them hate, fuck I don't care. Skip the escalator, turn left, took the stairs, please. I've been fasting, I ain't eating. They sleep on me, so fuck it, I ain't sleeping. 7 days without work makes 1 week. I ain't weak, I don't break, so I'm working through the weekends. I need to get a separate crib for my achievements and some LASIK for these people who would say they couldn't see it. Had to leave that life they got left while I got right. Searching for the meaning, 40 days and for 40 nights. 40 days, 40 nights. Had to get left just to
don't sleep, I'm a cool grind. To make friends unless you fight the same demons. I'm just a product of my pain, can you blame me?
So, in case you don't know, Dax is an independent. I know he's not with a label.
That's cool.
So that me, like that's what I really think about when I listen to this track.
That's awesome, because this is one of those, there's a lot of these type of tracks where they're like, everybody's literally sleeping on me, fuck y'all, da-da-da, I'm the man kind of thing. My flow's the best, everything else is toxic, all that. But I like it, I like this one. He's got remember, Dave knows hip-hop and I don't. That's the whole kind of crux of this show.
Right.
We've done a bunch of episodes now. I'm really kind of getting into a flow of what I'm dealing with here.
Right.
But so Dax and modern day rapping and everything is kind of like very new to me. I like hearing Dax. We did a track before with him, maybe a couple. And
The one with Tech Nine, one with Tom
McDonald. Yeah, and here on his own. Well, this Nasty C is young person, who's up and coming or something. But that was cool. Sounded good. But I like his flow. I like how he raps because it's old school, in my opinion, because it's very clean and clear. He's not a speed guy. He's telling some sort of story, and it's just like, there's an extra level of bravery, I think, when you're very clean and clear in your words and not like relying on heavy music and speed and mumbling and all that to where people could miss what you're saying those first few times around.
Right.
He's like staying it straight. And I love to hear that he's an independent, because you would expect an independent to talk like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not easy to take when a bigger star or whatever, a big star on a big label is talking the same way when their pockets are full. I mean, it's full of money, upfront money, but he's really grinding for his, so it was cool. And I love seeing him with the microphone on the bike, that was very funny, that meant something. I got that, Anyway, I really like that. So, so he's an independent. What did you think of the track?
I think, it's a funny thing. We just listened to that Joyner Lucas and J. Cole track.
Yeah.
And is this the same thing I said before about them? It's like, now we've seen enough Dax to know that he's incredibly capable of
range.
Yeah,
he could sing.
Yeah, he can do a whole lot of things, right? He can just go fast, right? As you said, we've seen him go really fast. We've seen him go hard. We've seen him do other things. But here, once again, he just shows the deference to what, Nasty C apparently is able to do. Now, I'm not familiar with Nasty C at all. Like, I thought I heard the name, but then I'm like, wait, there's a lot of people with Nasty in their name. So.
Nasty's common.
You know what I mean? So
it's like vitamin B, vitamin C.
Right.
Okay, Nasty.
No, it's
C.
kind of like like how many rappers used to have ice in their name, right?
How about it? That was a big thing. This
there
day is Nasty.
Yeah, Nasty something, and so. Whatever, I'm assuming that's kind of like Nasty C's general style. So once again, Dax went ahead and flowed into that, and so that they both matched up well.
Or vice versa. I would assume Dax took the helm, and maybe it was Nasty C that had fit him.
It could have been that way.
Because it's a Dax track, so I would think...
Knowing that Dax can do so many different things, why
that's
would
a good point,
choose
too. That's
this
a good
style, per se?
Yeah.
But like as far as the lyrical content, I'm not really sure if it's so much that everybody's sleeping on him kind of thing. I think it's just sort of like he's trying to express his relationship with music and his fans as he tries to see it right now.
He wants to play the underdog role. Some people like that underdog role.
He is an underdog.
He is an underdog too.
Right.
But like you said, he's also
existing.
not being slept on, I don't think.
Definitely not as much as he used to be, certainly. He's getting more and more popular these days. But he's been at this for a little while now, so... Do you
think he wants to be a whole lot bigger than he is? Do you think he wants to be a guy who's featured on Eminem tracks and, all these big name guys? Do you think he wants to be in that ballpark? Or
absolutely. In fact, he just recently did a remix, a remix track of Forgot About Dre, right? I think it was that one. And so, that was a fairly recent video that came out a couple months ago. So yeah, I definitely believe that he wants to be as big as he can be. But I think he probably wants to do it more of his own way than, because there's no way at this point that major labels aren't knocking on his door, right? At this point, he probably has that choice.
You could make money off of Dax easy. They're definitely knocking on his door.
Yeah.
So he's deciding to stay independent at this point, if he's independent. But like we were saying, people have a price, and at some point they flip over. It sounds like he's far from his price. Because he's telling you, I'm very independent here.
I've decided the budget for my own videos, and I pay people what I want. He's obviously
awesome.
very,
but if
very
he wants more, I don't know what independent can, achieve a whole lot more. Because without that machine, that powerful machine of money and, I'm talking filmmakers and this was a cool video, but all that they can do, where they put you out, where they put your music, all the different ways in which they will make you have an album that stays on the Billboard charts for a year,
Right.
I don't think that can be accomplished by an independent. And I don't think it's any true independents care if it can or not. They just want their little place in the world. But if you're hungry for more, at some point you got to jump ship.
Right.
And that means giving up control, giving up power to people who only care about money and not you, your family, your friends, anything else.
Well, there is that line in there where he says he's young enough to have followed the path of others, but he's old enough to make a path for other people to follow. And I think in a lot of ways, especially if you're an independent, there's quite a few, not many, but there are independent rappers and musicians who's always stayed independent.
Yeah.
And maybe they had that one label incident where they're like, all right, you know what, forget it. We're not going to do this. But Dax obviously would have followed into their footsteps, but he's also
now he's carving new grooves.
Yeah, and he's creating his own way, especially in this more modern area where we're talking about this social media way, where, you gotta,
But I get Dax, and we're getting a conversation out of him because it's it's an interesting topic. The independent and the I guess corporate lockdown guy. Who do you want to be? Like, who do you want to be? There's so many people who are on labels, who are so happy to be. They have no problem doing all the Met Gala things and showing up here and there and everywhere else and doing the Breakfast Club and doing this and that and being on this whole circuit. Your whole life is on their time, their creation, but they're fine with it, because they're just, that's all they want is the fame of it all, really.
Yeah.
They got the world's best musicians back them up, the unknowns, musicians behind them that make great stuff for them. And they sing stuff and they auto-tune it and they're just off wearing some new clothes, But the independent is it's like a music warrior or something, a gladiator. But Dax is also proud, but he probably wants more. We just got to keep up with him, man. We got to keep up with him. He's got tons of talent. Interesting guy. I love that he's independent, and there's just so much more to his story. So I'm glad we got to this track while you're out there in Miami land. And yeah, man, I hope you travel safe wherever you may go next. And
I have no idea where I'm going next.
We've had no idea where you're going for 20 years. Me too. You know, I got stuck in, Mississippi. All right, man. Well, that was a pretty cool track, and we got to keep up with them because it's a topic I think we both really like.
Right.
Independence.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
Bye.